From that quick break, if you just tuned into Pan African TV, this is the Informative Show with me, Abna Boni, and today we are reviewing some events that went on in the year that just went by, 2018. So I have a beautiful lady and two handsome gentlemen. If I don't add the handsome, I know they'll pit me, so I just have to add it so that they'll feel okay. I have KobbyKyei and I have Vibes, that's Dr. Abby, and I have OdarteyGH. So ladies and, no, it's lady and gentlemen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're looking good. Okay, so before we even just get into the event, how was your Xmas? How did you go for that?
Mine was very tiring because there were lots of friends to do. I was busy on Christmas.
So you didn't chill, you didn't have fun?
Oh, I didn't really chill. The chilling was on the light hand with some coded chilling, but this time it was work.
Che, did you also have the same thing?
Yes, I think I was balanced with work and family.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yours is family and
Yes,
work.
yes.
Yours is a little bit of fun and
fun,
work. Okay.
I welcome my daughter, my first child actually. My daughter on the 1st December, so.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that's
so,
great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
December is just the best month for you to have a child.
First
So, you know,
December.
I'm very, very happy for you. I'm a December born myself, so I'm always happy
that's nice.
for December born. Yeah. So let's hear from Dr. Abby. How was your Xmas? Okay, it doesn't sound very well.
Just work.
But I saw you somewhere.
Where?
Okay, we'll talk about that later. I saw her somewhere, so maybe she would explain why I saw
But she's
her.
quite dangerous actually.
Really?
Very dangerous lady.
She can be dangerous.
She looks innocent. My viewers agree with me. She
Don't mind the
looks
body.
Mind the
Okay.
works.
We should mind the words.
Yeah, she's
Okay. Okay. So since she's the lady amongst us, maybe I would start with her. What do you think? Yeah, I'll definitely start with her. So let's start with this event. I really want to talk about this medicals event that just went by 2018. What do you think about the whole event? Before we break it down to the event place in terms of the number of people, the capacity, and then the ventilation, the whole event on its own, what do you think?
I wasn't at the event, but then I saw videos, so I can't say much about it. But then, per the videos I saw on social media and all that was circulating around, I could tell that it was an okay show. It was an excellent show.
Okay.
Per the videos I saw, I wasn't there, so I can't tell the population. But then, from the videos, you could see the population was okay.
Okay.
Preparation was on point. So I call that event an excellent event. Amongst all the events I went in December, I think medicals event was one of the best events in this December.
You will tell me why, but let me go to Kobby and see. Kobby, did you go to medicals?
Yes, I live close to West Osmo, so I actually passed by.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. It means you saw the whole event,
Yeah,
you were there. So tell us the whole, like your whole idea of the whole event. What do you think?
I think, first of all, I would say big shout out to Medical. I think that last year he actually worked, like he really did a lot of it. I mean, with regards to his music career and that of his girlfriend, I mean, in conclusion, actually.
Okay.
But going forward to that, I think that I got to the place was very crowded. I mean, the numbers, I mean, I think he had a very huge number. The numbers were crazy enough to be convinced that this is really an outdoor, a mega show. And I realized that there was a little bit of hitches that I wasn't happy about it. I think that there wasn't any space for media, there wasn't any space for, the security was very bad in general, security was very bad. Where you realize that the whole stage was crowded with a lot of people, you understand. In Ghana, I think that there's one thing that we have to really pay attention to. Whenever there's an event and we have a stage, I think that the stage should be an area or circumference where we have the performer, the DJ, and probably the hype man or the hype man or security. But in this case, you realize that whenever any artist jumps on stage, he has, it's whole crew
going with
I mean,
okay.
with him. And I think that is very bad. Aside that, I think that the fact that Rapperholic came to perform with Medical, KobbyKyei came, Stoneboy came, Patapa came, Sister Ifya, all these tall list of artists, I mean the major A-list artists, and of course, I mean our upcoming artists also were there. So I think that in a nutshell it was a great event. And so like I said, I think that Medical should really pay attention to the stage.
Okay.
And it's not even going to Medical alone. Everyone out there, if you are putting out...
Right now we are focusing on Medical events and it's on the screen actually. So in general, your general view about the whole show was that it was okay.
It was successful. I mean, it was 90%. I mean, it was 90%. But the fact that the security arrangement, the whole backstage was crowded and all that, I personally didn't like it. I think that the next time you should really get security guys on board really, because whenever you're doing this, bear in mind that you're doing it for the fans.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, about the fact that you're going to entertain, if there should be any chaos out there, it's going to affect you, the artist, and your brand.
Yeah.
So you make sure that you put security measures so that at the end of the day you go home and have a peaceful, I mean, mind that knowing that you've sold out. It's not like the fact that people came, so I mean, it's excellent.
Yeah.
Let's put measures together.
It owes them some beauty of
yes, I mean,
okay.
Because I don't have to go for a show and get back home, my phone,
exactly.
I'm losing my phone all
There was a free show. What years later?
Okay.
No, but then again, I mean, we are always trying to learn from the Western
in
world.
Ghana, so obviously your phone will be taken away to pay for it. That's being sarcastic anyway. So let's get to that and then hear from you. What do you also think about the MDK show?
Medical show was an okay show. I mean, he was able to pull the numbers. I mean, having enjoyed the hype throughout the year, 28 was a perfect time to have his own show.
Yeah.
So as KobbyKyei said, security was very poor. You know, I don't know, in Ghana I think we have a problem in terms of security. If you're organizing a show, the barricades should be placed at vantage points. Know where the media have media allocation and make sure the security there is also tight. Because it's like everything was just scattered just like that. You can't
That's where you went?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
You know, Medical for me, I thought he could have, or his management could have learned from Sister First concert, the King Solomon concert, because we had similar experience there. So having come to perform on that stage, looking at how the player, you are also going to have your concert there, and you should have taken consideration her flaws to be able to better your back. It was the same thing that repeated. You get it? So you put in the same between the media, the security people. I mean, it was just raw like that. You get it? So yeah, so it made the whole show. Although it was a very good show, but the security was very poor. And at the end of the day, it tarnished the whole the image of the show. But
people had fun. You guys had fun when you went.
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe you are going to have fun.
Exactly.
So, and the fans out there don't know some of these technical issues. They are blind about it.
They don't even want to know.
Yes, they don't even want to know.
They just want to hear Medical sing.
Yes, by the end of the day, their lives are very important. So let's put measures in place to make sure that they are safe all the time.
But Kobby, I'm still on you. Do you think that the MCs that he chose for the show were okay? Did they perform well?
You see, I think that like Odartey said, you have a problem when it comes to independent fraternity as a whole. And going forward, I think 2019 you have to watch out. Now speaking about MC, we have a problem as to who to host an indoor event and outdoor event. I think that we have to really pay attention. If you have an event like a place like West Omo, get people like OG, the MC, DKB, I mean those guys, they can really hold the crowd, even when the artists are backstage are not even coming, so that they can really get the place charging up. But I mean, like ask the question, I think that I really didn't enjoy the MCs. You understand? Let's get people. If you're out there and you're watching and you think that you are good at this, establish yourself. Let's get going. You understand? Let's get MCs who can outdoor, who can MC outdoor events. You understand? But I really didn't enjoy the MCs.
You didn't enjoy
I really didn't enjoy them.
Is it that they couldn't make you laugh or they didn't
to
have
hold the crowd? You understand? Because outdoor events are events where people are standing, not sitting.
Yeah.
So standing itself it's a major work on it.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So you should be able to hold the crowd, convince them that hey, we know, but we can still not be tired.
Yeah.
And I know that that's the point you are trying to drive at. So if you come on stage and you're the MC, I'm standing. And if you're able to make me feel like then you're a good MC. But if I'm standing and you are MC and it's boring,
So
I feel like
reminding me that I am standing on my feet.
Yes.
Okay.
You understand? So 2019, if you are an MC out there, let's know the difference. If you are an outdoor MC or indoor MC, let's push at it all so that we can all have a better industry and a better show.
Okay, so let's get to Odarte. I'll come back to you, Dr. Abi. Let's find out about the production, the whole production of MDK show. What do you think? What's your take on it?
Oh, the production was okay. It was an okay production.
Okay.
I mean, the sound was okay. The sets, the lighting, the change of lights, everything was okay. On the average, I rated a 7/10 production.
Okay.
Everything was good.
Okay. Wow. Dr. Abi, you are not then. Do you agree with
I already
Odarte?
told you I wasn't.
No, but you had videos. You had videos.
I can't base my conclusions
I think
on
I
videos.
understand.
The sounds in the videos will sound okay,
Yeah,
but then when you are there, it might be
There's
different.
different.
I actually don't want to talk about it because I wasn't there. I
Okay.
don't even know anything.
Okay, so
about
you
it.
don't want to give any false
Oh no,
testimony.
not at all.
Don't laugh at that. I wasn't going to say any false thing. So, Kobby, what would you rate
Production.
the production exactly?
Production, I would say 5/10.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yes.
That's heartbreaking.
Because I really want them to work hard towards it this year.
Is it because of their lighting or the stage?
The stage, I mean, production, when you say production,
Yeah.
stage is important. So once you show stage, it's a no for me. You understand? And gone are the days when there are outdoor events. I mean, you live far from the event, but you could, hear sounds.
Yeah.
At least now around, their sounds are always around where the thing is happening. Your sound should be able to even convince someone who is far from the event to say, hey, I have to go and attend this event. You understand?
Exactly.
So I think that the sound was okay, but it wasn't that 100% for me. The stage was no for me.
The lightning.
Yes.
The lightning too was it?
It wasn't.
You've already given 5, so it's
So
obviously
that's 5.
it obviously states
was
what you
4.
want to say.
Yes, so 5%.
Okay, 5 out of 10. Or
Yes, out of 10. 5 over 10.
And you gave
I
7.
gave 7, yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit okay.
Yeah.
That's a little
They
bit.
did sound checks and everything, and I was there when they were doing the whole process. And
Oh, okay.
at least they didn't fault much in terms of the whole.
And one thing about after events is that it is difficult for people to come for sound check, and I think that it affects the show.
Yeah.
I mean, in the case where we're having an event at a conference center where artists, it's an enclosed area, so Sakodi or Rapperholic can hide himself to come and do sound check. After the event, it's not like that. So sometimes, if Rapperholic is coming, he doesn't even know how the sound is even going to be for him, and I think that is another problem. So let's find a way we can really perfect our sound so that someone who is coming will know that, hey, I like the sound.
Okay.
So we should pay attention to sound because music concert sound is very crucial.
But aside that, what do you think of the performance?
It was good. I mean, it was good. It was good. Just that the stage was small. The stage was very small to really have all these people. You understand? Photographers on the stage, bloggers on the stage, whoever is on the
Everybody's
stage.
on
Yes,
stage.
you understand?
Security people
Yes. So
everywhere.
if let's say Sakode is performing with medical on stage, they're entitled to move around a certain space. Which I mean, when you do that, you are not helping those who you are not allowing those at the side to really enjoy what is happening. If it's a big stage, you realize that they can move here, then they can entertain the whole crowd. But if the stage is small, you are limited to performing to these people. You understand?
Okay, so let's move from medical. Let's leave medical to rest, and now let's move to Stoneboard. Let's move to the Bhimconcert. I can see Dr. Abi is smiling, so I'll definitely start with
That's how
her.
she was there.
Okay, you were there. You were at Bhimconcert.
Yes, I was.
Okay, so what is your general view of the whole thing, the whole concept?
You know, when it is Stoneboard, it means that it is beautiful. It is nice. So
These days they call him Stone God.
yes. So the appearance on stage was beautiful, very perfect, and then the performance very much on point.
Okay.
I enjoyed the program to some extent because I left earlier as well. At some point, my phone was stolen, so all the mood vanished, and then I had to go home and go and sleep.
Wow, your
But
phone was
then
stolen.
It was. Let's not talk about that. It was a beautiful concert.
No, I want to talk about that. Is it that the security wasn't tight enough? Or
It has nothing to do with security. I was
Okay.
just careless and then.
oh,
it
okay,
was
you were
stolen.
just
It has
careless.
nothing to do with security or something. But then I think Stoneboy's event was a nice one. It was a good one. When it comes to performance, you know, he always offers the best performance.
Okay.
And then this wasn't different at all. He did his best. He delivered his best. And then the stage as well was okay because it wasn't crowded
Yeah.
like the medicals and then the rest show.
Okay.
The stage was okay, spacious. If you don't have to be on stage, you wouldn't be on stage. If you have to be there, you would be there.
It was organized.
It was
so those
well
who missed,
organized.
the video is showing, so you can watch it as we talk about it. So, Doctor.
But then I also want to say that when this show was done at the Fantasy Dome, you know initially it's always done at the conference center.
Yeah.
When it was done at the Fantasy Dome, I understood why Sarkodie wouldn't want to do such events, his events here. Because it gives maybe the stage you want to build. It makes the show informal. Even if you look at where the VIPs and then the people were sitting at the Fantasy Dome, it makes it some way. Where the show begins, the VIPs and the rest don't even enjoy it because the crowd gets to stand at that area, making the show so informal.
Okay.
But then if you was at the conference center
Yeah.
like Rapperholic, it makes it formal. It makes it nice and beautiful. So I think that for me, the Fantasy Dome, for
So
such
you
events,
think
it didn't do
that
for
his
me.
choice of place for the event wasn't
At
good?
all. For me, it wasn't
Okay.
at all. I prefer the conference center to make it a very decent show.
Okay. That is Dr. Abi's take. Let's hear from Odarte.
Okay, Stoneboy's concert, Bhimconcert, for me it was a very magnificent show. Prior to the show, I was a bit skeptical, and I'm sure Stoneboy's management were also skeptical.
Why?
Because
Is
we
it
had,
because of the Thanksgiving and
Exactly, we had
events, Mr. Easy.
exactly,
Yeah,
we had
exactly,
series
yes.
of events that day, and you know these two dancehall
artists?
Stoneboy wasn't. What did you say that?
I think I was a bit
No,
skeptical.
it's never true.
No, you know, we asked him at the press
No,
conference.
but then he said that. He
Okay.
said that he is not in competition with anybody.
Definitely, it's not a competition, but
The-
we all know
I always
competition.
remember
We
that the
all know
fan
that-
bases are not the same.
Yeah.
They all have different fan bases.
Oh yeah, sure. They
Then
have
so
different
it
fan
wouldn't-
bases, but
it wouldn't
definitely
have
somebody
anything to do with-
will prefer going to Shatter's concert, or let's say Mr. Easy as compared to Beam. But if none of those concerts were being held on the same day, that person would only come to the Beam concert.
Oh, no.
You get it?
Okay. Okay.
So for me, I think
That is
Proud to
he's
that.
entitled to his opinion.
Oh, yeah,
so let's
definitely.
leave it.
so proud to that. He
him.
was a bit skeptical, but I mean, I would like to big up the management for I mean such a wonderful performance, and also big up D Black for making sure the whole program was put in place and it came on that day. So we're talking about performance. I think every artist really did well. They killed it. Production was also on point. I mean, look at the stage, the lighting, the sound. But as Abby said, Fantasy Dome was a right and at the same time a wrong choice. But I will not blame the choice of place too much, because we all know the Fantasy Dome is still under construction.
Yeah.
You get it? It's not fully completed, so we don't know the plans that the owners of the Fantasy Dome have in place. So yeah, so for us, for now, I think it's okay. Just that the VIP people did not really enjoy the VIP because they paid to enjoy such a VIP trip. But at the point that the regular people were coming forward and were mixing, so you can't even determine whether this person has paid VIP or not. You get it? At the point too, the crowd was quite packed. Like they were a bit like I don't know how to do, but it was very bad. It was very, very bad. But on the average, it was a good show. And for me, talking about costume, I think Stoneboy killed it. I like the way he portrayed the African print. We all know events like this, they all want to portray the foreign image in terms of their outfit and stuff. But
I think they want to show that we have it.
Yeah, shows of this nature also go viral. I mean, anybody outside can just go on social media and look at how Stonebwoy, you know Stonebwoy is an international brand.
Yeah.
So obviously he would like to sell Ghana
Yeah.
because that has been his aim from day one. So on the average for me, I think it was a very, very, very good show and a very
Okay,
good concert.
so I'll come back to you and then find out what you think about the MCs who were at the show. But before that, let's hear from Kobby. I feel Kobby has something to say, like an attacking thing to say, because the way he's carrying his face alone is a message. What's your take on the Stonebwoy show?
You're really right on that.
I can see your face carrying the whole
Before I give my my whole the whole idea about how it went down. I think that first of all, our governments are really not helping the entertainment industry or the creative arts industry because you realize that there were a lot of packed shows this Christmas and theaters and centers were very hard to come by. And I think 2019, 2020, government should really do us that favor and build us theaters that can really contain most of the shows that are happening, in this country. You understand? Now you're speaking about stage.
Yeah.
The reason why Sarkodie would not want to perform at the Fantasy Dome is because he's always careful about the stage.
Yeah.
Now, how the stage will be built for him at the conference center is different from how it will be built at the Fantasy Dome. So when you do that, it will really restrict you. Now, before we even go to Rapperholic, now let's cast our minds back on how Sarkodie even appeared on stage.
Yeah.
You can't, mount the same stage for him at the Fantasy Dome. You understand?
Yeah.
And you realize that Stonebwoy stage presence, stage, how do you call it? The stage design was just one way.
Yeah.
It was just raw like an outdoor event. And if you are a brand like Stonebwoy, you need to work on certain things like that or stuff like that. Because I know they like my brother said, a lot of people are watching from outside, and Stonebwoy is not like a Ghana brand anymore. It's like Africa, like he's one of the biggest dancehall acts in Africa.
Yes.
And so when you put your content out there on YouTube, people pay attention to these little things. And I don't really blame Stonebwoy though. I don't really blame him. I blame
His management.
I blame the government for not putting out centers. Because we have had conference center for many years, and they seem not to bother about it. And there's money there. Conference center charges like 250K for one event.
For one event.
That's huge.
That's huge. So
It's massive.
huge. So if you have like about 10 centers in Accra, the same money will even go to the government.
Yeah. That's very true.
You understand?
Yeah, exactly.
So, but you can't do anything about it. But I really want them to really help the creative arts industry.
Because I think it's creative. There's a lot of money in there that can help the government build the nation. Okay.
But the whole show was good.
The whole show was good.
That from performances, from changing of costume. I think that's Stonebwoy really did with that. Changing of costume and stage presence. A lot of acts don't have that stage aura. Like they come on stage and feel like, Charlie, this guy is dope. Stonebwoy has got to that, and I think that he's really a branch, really right on now. And the show was really perfect. The show was really, really good. The security, the numbers, the fact that he even came up to challenge himself to that, I want to fill the dome. That was a class for him.
Yeah.
To have that positivity, say, I want to fill the dome. And he did, actually.
He did. He really did.
He didn't disappoint.
Yes.
He didn't disappoint.
So it goes out to all upcoming artists. If you want to do it, do it.
Okay, so put your mind to it and just do it. So
Yes.
if you are rating, you rate out of 10.
9.
Okay.
9.
So on 9 over 10 for Stonebwoy for his concert last year, we're going for a quick breather. When we come back, there's more. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, welcome back from that quick breather. If you just tuned into Panama TV, this is the Empowerment TV show with me, Abna Bruni, and we are still on discussing or reviewing the concerts that happened last year, 2018. So before we move on to the December to remember, I want to start with Kobby.
Yep.
From MDK's performances or MDK's concert, who would you name as your best performer from that concert? Who would you name that this person's performance really got to me?
On who?
MDK's concert.
I think medical himself.
Himself. Okay. Dr. Abby,
Medical.
you choose medical, that's it.
Medical.
You are all voting for medical, so
Oh, yeah.
nobody else came there to perform that really
That
moved
was
you.
No, I think that the
He
show
killed
was
it.
centered around
Around
him.
him.
He did most of the
Did it.
performances.
Okay, so what about Stone Boys or that's it?
Stone Boy.
Stumble.
Then I guess all of you choose Stone Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, you can't just come and steal my show.
You can't tell a story.
It's my show, baby.
okay, it's your show.
Yeah, you can-
All right, I hear. So now let's move to the December to remember. What's your take on it, Kobby?
Yes,
The whole
first of
event
all,
itself.
yes, big shout out to City FM.
Okay.
I don't know if I can big shout out them.
Yeah, you should.
Yes, they did amazing. I think it's one of the concerts that is well planned and managed. I got to the auditorium and there was no pressure. I think that they sell tickets up to the number of people or the capacity of the auditorium.
Oh, okay.
Everybody was well seated. I didn't see people standing around. No. Everybody. And the fact that it comes with its own costume, like jeans down and a white top.
Yeah.
So it was uniform.
Yeah.
Security was on point. Performances from Kwame Eugene and who else? Pryor. I think that I really love Pryor. They actually came to. I mean, the show was about them.
Yeah.
Checking us back to back.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So in a nutshell, I think it was a brilliant show. I really enjoyed every bit.
I guess this one you give them 10 over 10. No?
Yeah, I mean, it was
Because this is the first time Kobby is making any good
Any
comments.
good-
It was a solid show, yes.
Mentioning brilliant itself
Yeah,
is a whole issue on its
It
own.
was
Okay,
a
so
solid
let's
show.
hear from Odartey and then let's see.
Okay, so December to remember. December is always you should always remember December to
Yeah.
remember. City FM, big ups. City FM, they really killed it. And
Okay.
over the years, I like the way they build a particular niche for themselves. They always have a successful concert, and I was looking up that this year they also have a very successful one. And one thing about City FM or December to remember, they plan ahead.
Yeah.
I know everybody sorry, but they from January 1st they started planning. So they talk of sound, production, choice of MC, artists to perform, and every artist went by the time allocated. Nobody cheated, and it's for lead.
Okay.
So if you are allotted 10 minutes, perform for 10, if you are allotted 15, you perform for 15, if it's 20. So and when it was time, they closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
They started on time and they closed on
ended on
time.
time.
You get it? So they've built a particular niche for themselves, and if you know you are going to for December to remember, you know it started at 7 or 6, it ended at 12 or 1.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you know that if you don't leave and you know Ghana time, you don't leave early or you don't get there, and the time you get there, your artist that you are looking to perform has already performed.
Yeah.
And you will be
So
losing.
let's chip this in quickly before we run to Rapperholic. Let's chip in Ghana Rocks. What do you think about Ghana Rocks? Continue.
Ghana Rocks, I think that they failed for me.
Okay.
Reason being that you can't promise ticket holders that you are bringing a huge act like Burna Boy, and surprisingly I get there and he's not there. That's a huge disappointment.
Yeah.
You fail from that point. You understand?
Yeah.
Because
You
I know
failed
the day,
people's expectations.
yes, I know the day you can just, I mean, could have just used my money to do any other thing. And mind you, a lot of people went there to enjoy Burna Boy.
Yeah.
You understand? So I get in and you tell me Burna Boy, surprise act is one. No.
You were disappointed.
I was very disappointed. Because I mean, I was going to a lot of test tweets and posts on Facebook, and a lot of people were disappointed. You understand? And through the act, I think that Burna Boy was the surprise, was the huge act coming from outside Ghana to really grace the occasion, and you find out that Burna Boy couldn't make it. So I think next time they should, if it's payments, they should make sure that they make every arrangement so that patrons will really come and have fun.
Okay, so now let's quickly move on to Rapperholic. I feel people hyped that event so much, so well. Like I
It's
feel
always
the event
hyped.
was really hyped very well. I think this is the seventh edition. So let's start with the ladies first. So let's start with the lady. What do you think about Rapperholic 2018?
Okay. So I wouldn't want you to say it was hyped. It's the end of year party in Ghana. Everyone
Official.
knows. And I want to congratulate Sal Kodia for his hard work
Okay.
because he's been consistent.
Yeah.
Rapperholic has been the best show in Ghana. I always say that Rapperholic is one of the best shows in Ghana in every December. Just one of the best shows. Because he's been consistent when it comes to bringing surprise artists, stage crafts, and everything, performance, the crowd, and everything. Rapperholic has been one of the best. But then this year, Abena, if I'm to remember anything from Rapperholic, it will be Amachi Dede's performance.
Okay.
I wouldn't remember anything from Rapperholic again. And then I would also remember Sapade's appearance on stage. It was nice. It was exceptional. The way he appeared was very nice. But then I would also want to talk about the MC. We have
let's not rush into the MCs yet. Let's not rush into the
okay,
MCs.
so
Let's talk about the event or the place for the event. What do you think? Was it good enough? Was it able to hold the people, or like it was overcrowded?
So the first point is the place of choice is very good, because if he doesn't do it at the conference center, where else? He can't go to the fantasy dome because of the stage he wants to mount and all that. And then we can also talk about the one thing we have to know is when you go to the States or these foreign shows we watch on DSTV, if Beyonce has a show and he's selling 5,000 tickets, she's aware that that is the capacity the place can take. So 5,000 is 5,000. So nobody is expected to come and be standing and the place overcrowded and all that. But that is one thing Star Korea has not done over the years. You know that the conference center, let's say, can take, I'm just assuming, can take 3,000 people. And then you sell as much as 7,000 tickets. Where do you want the rest of the people to go and stand? So it makes, no matter how nice the event is, it makes it terrible. Because when the place is overcrowded, the heat. This year, if I tell you the heat, I can boldly say that the heat can even kill someone. It was just too much. At a point, at a point I saw Sarkodie himself, where there were 4 boys around him using paper, finding him. And so it wasn't good. So if you know that the conference center is going to take 3,000, Sarkodie, please print 3,000 tickets and let everyone enjoy the show. Let us be comfortable. Do you get it? But if you sell more than, and then we come to the event and we are struggling, somebody buys VVIP tickets and you have to stand for the whole event. Somebody even uses regular tickets to sit at the VIP session, and which is very bad. Aside that, I think that it's okay, but when it comes to that, you said we shouldn't rush.
Let's not rush into the MC. So
talking about it was very bad, very terrible. Very terrible. But then his appearance on stage, 100%.
And his stage too, the stage, the light, sound.
You know, when the event started, he started having problems with the sound. So at a point he performed, and when he was performing BB Bar or something, there was a sound problem, so he had to
perform it again.
Do something else. So I think this year the sound as well was a big problem. It wasn't at that point alone, but
at some point it happened. Kim Promise had to also come back. It was also an issue.
So this year Rapperholic, sound bad, crowd terrible, heat. Somebody
let's not go there.
So
so now that we've spoken about that, I would allow you to go to the MCs.
You are hosting an event like Rapperholic. It is an indoor event, so you have to have the best MC. Over the years, I think DKB has been an MC, Jeffrey has been an MC, Shatawale has been an MC. And let me come in with this, that Shatawale being an MC last year was exceptional. It was super. It was lit. Last 2 years, it was lit because he blended it with comedy. At some point, even if you feel like no artist is on stage, just Shatta is on stage, the comedy part made the show very interesting. But this year, you go and bring somebody like Nanaba. What is that? You could have even
I feel everybody is focusing on Nanaba, but before Nanaba came, there were these MCs on stage that I saw, you know, like they were just talking. I felt they were just talking.
I mean, they are hype men, just to come and hype the place up. So
but I don't think I didn't feel the hype. I didn't really feel the hype. I didn't go to the event though. I watched it at home. I didn't really feel. I felt like one particular person didn't want one particular person to talk. It's like, yo, exactly, hold it. I'm the one talking, so hold it there. So I don't think we should focus only on
No.
one particular person. I feel we should focus on like broad side of it, the high people, the MCs, like everybody.
But now you know if I'm going to be hyped up for an event, the MC also plays a part.
Yes.
If DKB was an MC, perhaps he would have cracked some 1 or 2 jokes to make it interesting before the artist comes on stage. If Jeff Foley was an MC, KOD, if all these people were MCs, it would have been more interesting. You would have that is why you're an MC. If not that, we would just say Saturday should just come on stage and then we start the whole thing and we are going. But you are there to put some kind of excitement before the main artist starts coming on stage. So when you begin to flop as the MC of the show, then the starting point of everything becomes some way. You get it? There should be some hype, some excitement even before the artist hits stage. So for me, Nanaba as an MC was a wrong choice. I don't want to see you as an MC again. You shouldn't be an MC for Rapperholic again. It is not fun. And it is not fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Odarte, what do you also think? Let's take it from the MC side. What do you also think?
Oh, it was a very, very wrong call. It's a wrong choice at all. I don't know. You pick Nanamba Anamwa as your PRO. And I don't know what if PROs are automatically MCs.
Okay.
I don't know. I've never seen Nanamba Anamwa MC a big event like close to even Rapperholic.
I think Blue.
No, I think she's done, but I feel okay. Maybe then
Okay. Anyway, for me, I've not seen her host such an engaging event like Rapperholic before. You get it? So. Hosting this event, we needed someone who could engage with the audience, an energetic person, somebody who can share the crowd, stimulate their interest. But Nanamba Anamwa it was like he was killing the vibe of the audience. When the performer comes to perform, you're supposed to actually excite the audience for them to prepare themselves for the next performer. But then you rather kill their vibe and the performer comes on stage and everything is so cool, everything is so low. Some will be like some. I mean, some of the comments were very bad.
Very poor.
I think Saturday made a wrong choice
With the MC, but aside that, you think everything was okay?
No, for me, I think it's high time Ghanaian event organizers give Ghanaians value for money and also respect.
Okay.
We pay huge amount of money for this show because we adore your craft, we cherish your talent, we want to promote you. Okay. So, fine, we know you can't get everything perfect. But events of such a caliber needs proper planning. Rapperholic has been successful over the years. This is a no. What happened this year shouldn't have happened. It could have been avoided. What happened this year, if it happened first, second, third edition, I'll be okay, fine.
But this is the 7th edition.
That is the 7th, and you can't do this. It shouldn't have happened.
Okay, it shouldn't have happened. Kobby, let's hear from you. Then we'll move quickly into Manifestive and then we're out of here before they beat us.
Okay, so quickly, let me from where my colleague they both ended from the MC's point of view. I think that over the years, and this even goes to VGMS, events like this, I think that we need to give opportunity for our comedians to host events like that. You know why? Because when we are all trying to learn from the Western world. Now when you go to the Western world, like the Grammys, like the award-winning shows, like big events like this, they try to engage comedians. You know why? Because they have that capacity to create some that comic side of them.
For the
you understand? Because I mean, it's entertainment. It's not like we are just coming there to read news. So when we have comedians who can really charge up the place, like perform their comedy side, their repertoires, and also be the MC of the show, I think that will really help.
Okay.
And this goes to Chatterhouse. VGMS and those events, let's try, and if our comedians are watching me, they should try and, go in for this office.
Okay.
You understand? Now I think that Nanaba as an MC, she didn't even spend so much time. She only just came to introduce Sarkodie.
Exactly.
So I won't even say she was the MC. She was what was she? The introducer of the announcer.
She was the announcer of Sarkodie.
Yes, because if she was really the MC, I think that KobbyKyei would the crowd back and forth and all that. She wasn't really the MC, but she just came in, so I wouldn't really blame her that much. Now going to the show, I think that I picked it from where it was good for me. The fact that Sarkodie brought on a match of the day, because it's difficult to get a match of the day on your show. So for Sarkodie to get a match of the day to perform for the night, and Sarkodie show over the years, it's a blend of the youth and the old. You realize that they were like old folks, I mean, among the crowd. And a match of the day was even a surprise act. And then again, for Sarkodie to bring the oldies, when I say oldies, the likes of Bookback, Prince of Bookback, Aketechi, Exdo and his brother, and 5-5. It's been long we saw these guys performing. So I was like, hey, so Sarkodie was able to come bring all these guys, and that was like memory.
It's mind blowing.
Yes.
Exactly.
5-5 coming on stage to do all this thing. And I think that Sarkodie's stage was perfect. Nobody can take it. The whole Ghana, nobody can take it from Sarkodie.
Okay, so let's leave Sarkodie. Our time is almost up, so let's talk about Manifest show. Let's talk about Manifest. I love Manifest show, so let's just.
I love Sarkodie show, so let me also finish.
Chip this in. Let's just chip this in. Okay, so you finish with it.
Yes, so
let's finish with it.
Yes, so I think that security, Sarkodie got security wrong.
Okay.
Next time, they should really work, because I got there around 12 p.m. and I got to the gate, and around 4 or 5 p.m. people were there already.
Okay.
And as at 7-8, the place was choked. They had to fall themselves inside the auditorium, and the heat, like Abby said, let's cut our coats according to our sizes. If the place can take, because you can't cheat nature. You can't. The place can't have these whole people choked in the room, and you come to say that the air conditions in the rooms are not working. I mean, how? You put it on the door, so
It's a no-no.
it's a no-no.
Value for money.
Okay.
It's a room where it's taking like 5,000 tickets, and no. And let's also try and think about our fans in Kumasi. Sarkodie next year can probably take Rapperholic to Kumasi to Takrady.
Okay.
You understand? So that at least you know, say, oh, let me not even waste my time or money going to Accra to watch Sarkodie. I know the day this year or this month.
House. Okay.
So that we release that stress at the conference center. A big shout out to DSTV and Fiesta TV for coming on board. I think that it was a live production. So what one could be
you
to
watch it. Yeah, exactly.
So I think that big shout out. So that's my submission.
Okay.
Big shout out to Sarkodie.
Okay. So quickly, let's chip in Manifestive. What do you think about his show? Because I feel he brought on some surprise acts and other things. So that's what do you think?
Oh, Manifest show was one of the best shows, one of the best concerts during the Christmas festivity. Production was solid, and you know one thing about when it's Manifest concert that made it successful. He did sound check. All the artists had their sound check. You get it? So everything was so you can't get it wrong. You get it? So you knew how the sound was like. You knew how you could relate with the band and all the other instruments. You get it? So once you jump on stage, you know how things are going to be done. You get it? So everything was on point. Security was solid. The artists which performed had their things. Nobody was cheated. And a big surprise. One thing I really liked about the concert was Sarkodie coming on board, and we all knew what the deal between Sarkodie and God MC and Kanta, our boss. Okay. So they came, and it was the epic moment of the show. Sarkodie coming, and then one thing was that he was about to sing the God MC, and Sarkodie came like, "Hey, this is one bank."
Exactly. So Abna,
when we say God MC, Manifest defined the meaning of God MC. The show was too late. I'm saying that you can disagree with me, I don't care.
Exactly.
But it is the best event in Ghana this December. The best. Because you know, I was at the event and he wouldn't tell you who is coming next. You are just waiting, you wouldn't know Stevie is here. You wouldn't know Sarkodie is here. So you are there and you are thinking, who is coming next? You are longing for more. The event was lit. 10 over 10, 100%, everything on point. African, you know, Manifest always portrays the African print. It was beautiful. I said, and I'm saying it again, the best event in Ghana was Manifest. Perfect.
Okay.
Talking about December or the whole year? The whole
I said in December.
In December.
The best event in December.
make a submission about.
I think I really agree with them. I mean,
Okay.
let's all review. I think that was one of the shows that it got the whole industry talking.
Yeah.
Let me start from where I didn't like the stage again. It was crowded, like waging a photographer stage in a at a point when Sakode came, it was restricted.
But you know, don't blame. It's the choice of venue too. You know, the place is not that big.
Relax.
Let's pardon.
No, you can't.
Let's pardon. The place is very small.
Yes. So my point is that even if the size of the seat is this one, or let's even use this table as an example, you limit the people who come out to the stage.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
But aside that, I think it was good. It was really beautiful. I mean, the likes of Burna Boy and Twitter, they were just trending. Burna Boy, Manifest. I think Manifest should really take this thing serious.
Yeah.
I personally didn't know that Manifest can really go all that out to really put this show together. And my problem again.
No, but the venue this time it was cheap.
My problem again is that with all these events that we've discussed, let's try and take it to the other regions. Cape Coast, to the central region, to Tamale, to Kofodia. We should let this because they download our songs, they enjoy.
Yeah.
They buy your songs online.
They make them.
Yes. So if you are doing the concert and you want to restrict it to only Accra, at the end of the day, you're not helping your fans out there. You understand? If you are lacking sponsorship, write to them, plead with them. You understand? Let's get the fans on board. Let's send our music out there, our performances out there. Because trust me, a lot of Sakode has been in existence for like 8, 9, 10 years. We'll be organized that. And I'm not saying it's so be a but the point is that let's try and push our music out there, perform out there for the other guys out there at the other regions to really have a feel of how they perform.
Okay.
Quick one. I want to play with the government to invest. We are paying with them. They should invest in the media or in the creative arts. We need event centers. We really need them. There's too much pressure on the ones that we have. Conference center, National Theatre, the Dome. You get it, Trade Fair Center. There's too much.
And there's
pressure.
no innovation.
There's no innovation.
Money all the time, but there's no innovation.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
every year.
we need the centers. Big one, like it should be world class.
Okay.
And you know something? Let's also not push the government. Individual, investors,
Stakeholders
should also come on board. Should really, because yes, because it's here. I'm busy conference center. I can say, "It's a
Abi, you are mentioning some name. If these people here, they'll come and look for you. They'll
So I cannot help us.
Because if they do it, our
don't
place like
want
that
to
will
do
definitely go. But you have a world class event center, inviting the likes of Nicki Minaj, don't come because they know they're going to get their experience.
Which stage am I going to mount? They check all these things.
You can't bring them to conferences and everybody else
else.
sit down.
For African TV, your CEO can even go one.
Okay, sure. So thank you so much. I've really enjoyed the show, and I am very sure my viewers have also enjoyed the show. There's some few messages. Hello, Abna. I'm Sandy. Yanni from Crystal Galaxy College. You're looking good. Keep working hard. Love you, girl. I love you too. Yeah. And this person is saying Happy New Year. Okay, you didn't add your name. You didn't add where you're sending the message from. Okay. This person says that. Wow, this is a whole lot of message. Okay, this is too long a message for me to read. This person says, "Hi, good afternoon. You are looking good, and I like the lady." Okay, so I'll not read the messages again.
Oh, wow.
They
like Abigail.
They like Abigail. Okay, so maybe Abigail, you leave your number. Okay, so in a minute, Kobby, please leave your social media handle so that in case we want to follow you quickly, quick one.
So where's the camera? My camera.
That's your camera.
Okay. Yes. So there's a lot coming this year. You can follow me on social media. Twitter is Kobby_Kyei, KobbyKyei, and on Instagram is Kobby.Kyei, and my website is KobbyKyeinews.com. God bless every upcoming artist. You have to, open doors for them. This year, I know a lot of people are going to blow. Whatever you're doing, polish till you shine. Big shout out to my daughter, Kendra.
Okay, so Abna,
so follow me on all social media platforms. There's Vibeslivegh on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay, so that's it.
Yeah, so follow me on Instagram with @_GH, on Twitter the same OdarteyGH, and also on Facebook, and also on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, OdarteyGH, and also log on to my blog, OdarteyGHnews.com. Yeah. Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year to you guys too for coming. Thank you so much for coming. We enjoyed the show. We enjoyed everything today. Thank you so much for this education. You know, you've really brought some of us from the darkness into light, you know, about sound and everything.